Well, Cursed Hollow, map number 1. We are looking at the 5th place decider. Yeah, I know it's a little bit of a mouthful. It's also not something that we're getting a whole lot, but this is the Korea tournament, and we have Aging Curve going up against Attack on Titan. Both of these teams were essentially also eliminated from the lower bracket and are now just fighting to figure out who takes 5th place and who takes 6th place. Reason is actually fairly simple. They have in total $3,300 in prize money, roughly, and they're breaking it down to the top 6. So if you place higher, you get more prize money, obviously, but that's why we actually have a deciding match between the two teams here, so both of them can net themselves some extra pizza money if they just take this one out. So let's see who takes it. Attack on Titan is a team that I personally expected to make it at least into the top 4. Now that has obviously not happened, but we'll figure out if they can at least grab place 5. We have Blaze Band out and Sonya as well. So far the tournament has been going very well. Obviously a lot of Korean players. I learned, by the way, now, very late, that one of the teams is Chinese. Team Reverse is a Chinese team, not a Korean team. Which also explains a little bit why they are one of the few teams that don't have a single player that has Hangul letters in its name. So, yep, they're a Chinese team and apparently the only non-Korean team. We're gonna go back to them later on. But for now, of course, we have 2 Koreans here. We're on the Asia server, and Vala gets banned again. Yeah, I'm a little bit weirded out by Vala. Vala has been banned out in essentially every single game that we've seen in this tournament. She was played maybe 2 times. And then we had, I believe it was in the winner bracket final, we had a game where everybody just decided that they would ignore Vala. I have no idea if there was some kind of agreement between the players, but we literally had a single map where nobody banned her. Nobody picked her. Everybody just collectively forgot that Vala exists. It was a bit bonkers. So, yeah. Thrall, early pick. Again, Aging Curve has already showcased a couple of times that they really like to go for Thrall as one of the heroes. And they always played with follow-through on level 7, which I kind of hate a little bit, but they really believe in that build. Now, not all that successfully, if you ask me, so maybe it's time, you know, to swap things around a little bit, to learn something from the Europeans, I don't know. We get, with the Haka, a global on Cursed Hollow, and that leaves us with Lucio and Sylvanas. All hail the Banshee Queen. Lucio has the skin that makes him look like a frog. Honestly, if you would just paint it in a little bit of a different color, he would look like murky, like a grown-up Murky, like Murky morphed with Lucio or something like that. Anyways, I'm already happy that we get Cursed Hollow as a map. I love that map, and it gets played in this tournament more so than in others. This is the best of 5, by the way. I'm not sure if I pointed that out already. But they banned my F. Okay. We could still get 2 frontliners if they want to go for a triple frontline here. Obviously, you have the bosses also up on the map, and since Greymane, generally speaking, in the Korean meta is a lot higher placed than from the European perspective, I wouldn't really put it past any of the teams to pick up Greymane. I honestly would love Greymane for Attack on Titan for a very simple reason. They already have Sylvanas, they got Lucio. If you have on one team Lucio, Sylvanas, and Greymane, you can really play a style where you just rotate around your opponent and you're trying to get the 2 onto any kind of structure. So if you have good rotations, you can actually do a lot of structural damage just through those alone and then play for the objective too. I've seen this a few times, and it is, if you play it right, insanely powerful. Depends, of course, also a bit on how well your opponent is able to adapt to it, but I personally like it a lot, so I would love Greymane on the red team. We get mirrored in, though, for Cho, who still hasn't played Cho'Gall a single time in this tournament. I mean, at this point, honestly, I think we need a petition or something to just tell them, guys, listen, this is not okay, this is not cool, you can't just tease us the entire time with that name and then not deliver. That is just not okay. So, for the red team, after they now picked up Tychus, let's see if we're going to get my Greymane. Probably not. But, yeah, they still need a frontliner. Could go for a triple frontline even if they wanted to, but we also need a main tank for them, which has been a bit of a fluid one. And there it is, the Chen main tank. For exactly that reason I pointed it out. And we get Dami on Genji. So yep, Dami, former HTC player, is playing Genji in game number 1 of this best of 5 series. And that leaves us with the final pick for the blue team. And let's see what they're picking up here. A bit more damage would definitely be quite nice. Could also go into a melee still if they wanted to. But they gotta deal with Chen, they gotta deal with the Haka. It's kind of funny to me that this Chen main tank is now for a lot of teams established as an actual choice. Junkrat comes into play, and that leaves us with our first map, ladies and gentlemen. Cursed Hollow kicking things off between Aging Curve and Attack on Titan. Aging Curve against Attack on Titan, and on the left in blue we have Muradin and Thrall for the team. Trolling Thunder on level 1 for Green Jesus. We got Junkrat, Tychus for damage, Brightwing for heals, and over on the right side of the map, it is Attack on Titan with Chen and Dehaka. So a Chen main tank once again with Dehaka sitting at the side lane. Sylvanas and Genji for damage. Genji played by Dami, again former HGC player. And Hikaru with Lucio. 5th place decider, best of 5 series. We're going into game number 1. And let's see who is going to rock it here. I'm personally pretty excited to see Dami play again. It's going to be a lot of fun. I also want to see how Aging Curve measures up against their opponents in this one right now. And I'm always happy to see these Chen main tank plays in the Korean meta. Very enjoyable, very entertaining, honestly. So, yeah, let's see what they're able to pull off with that. If it's going to be successful or if they're going to be shut down in game number 1. Thrall is already very much alone at the top. We still have this rotational block here. They're trying to slow them down as Sylvanas pushes the bot lane out. And Genji gets out. Sylvanas. Pew. Pew. Pew, pew. And it's slowly starting to take maybe even a tower down? Damn. They're really having problems with the rotation. Aging Curve is having some problems here. There's nobody that moves down to the bottom, but the red team has also gone a bit too deep, if you ask me. They're in danger of losing Chen here. Lucio to the rescue, so he's helping out, but Sylvanas has been doing some damage. One of the towers is already below 50% of its HP, and that was a pretty neat opening for the red team. Kudos. Well played, well done. So they played this out quite nicely, were able to make a couple of slick moves and got a bit ahead in structural damage. Nothing insane, obviously, but yeah, looking pretty decent, looking pretty alright here. And that's essentially at the end of the day all that you can really hope for. Start things off with small advantages and then build on them later on. Camp is about to be taken over here. They're actually trying to invade this. They're gonna get kills. Ah, well, Junkrat gets out. Lucio wants the kill and gets it. Yeah, but he's protected. And he's not protected anymore. So the camp is stolen. Junkrat and Lucio both went down. And a very aggressive opening into game 1 by Attack on Titan. I like the aggression from them. And in the meantime, Sylvanas is using her PhD in PvE and is just pushing one lane after another, going for another camp, escorting some of the minions in. I think Sylvanas has basically no hero damage. Yeah, 0. 0 hero damage on Sylvanas. Everybody else has already contributed to the fighting. And Sylvanas is the only one that is just literally using her PvE skills in order to push lanes out. That's all that she was doing. I think we're going to keep this up and see when exactly Sylvanas is going to start to contribute to hero damage. But yeah, nothing from her. A big fat 0. Come on, girl, you can do it. There's a Thrall right over there. Come on. A little bit of damage. Come on. We're even zooming in for this. This is the moment. And whoop whoop. There we go. Damage. And they get the kill. Nicely done. Thrall is gone. Sylvanas. I'm helping. 2 kills to 1. And they kill Thrall. Push in for the wall. And they're also working on tribute number 1. So let's go. Quick jump from Genji to zone them out a little bit further, but you can already tell we are getting the first tribute for the red team. And Sylvanas is immediately back in the middle and is starting to make a few moves there too. And damn, that is a big wave. Wave, camp, they're breaking through the wall, and they can definitely do some damage on that 4-2. Probably not a whole lot, but hey, small steps. Chen, yeah, he's dead. The Panda. Hello. No, okay, thank you. For a moment I thought, wait a second. Is he gonna survive this? And the answer is nope, not happening. So, 2 kills to 2, half a level of a lead, nice structural damage already done, and here comes follow through for Thrall. Yeah. I still hate it. I still absolutely hate it. For the reasons that I've pointed out multiple times now, in essentially every single game where they played Thrall. which is many. Tigers is a bit indecisive. Here comes the grenade, so he builds on the level 1 talent. But it is tribute number 2, and they're trying to go for Trashwing at the bottom of the map, as it seems. They were actually chasing Brightwing a little bit, and they're still hoping to take that fort out. So as they're interrupting the channel attempt at the top, they're attacking structures at the bottom of the map. And the more time they buy up here, the better for them. So, yep, Lucio goes down, but that is a fair trade, honestly. You take Lucio out, and yeah, in the meantime, you lose one of your forts. I know what I would prefer. Lucio's going to be back in a couple of seconds. Spoiler alert, that fort is not going to come back anytime soon. Blizzard is already talking about a new hero that they want to release on upgrade for Abathar. It's going to be a new mutated version of him, King Abathar. He can rebuild structures, so it's going to get a power mule. And none of this is true, obviously, since first of all we're not going to get any new content. We're also not getting any patches. That's not happening, so yeah, sorry. Yeah, for everybody that has only played Heroes in their life, a patch is when the game gets updated. So yeah, just a little bit of lore here. Double kill with Tigers and Merlin being eliminated. So that's level 10. And whew, they really want that extra pizza money, don't they? Attack on Titan. They are heavily on the attack. Genji is doing Genji things and dies through a tower shot. But still worth it because they were able to take so many heroes out and the momentum carried them into the middle where they nearly destroyed the fort. So also pretty decent. And this is going to be a freebie tribute that I'm now getting at the bottom right. So there we go. In the meantime, top side, that's where we're also having the next attack coming through against the boss. And I don't really think that the blue team has already sniffed that out. They obviously don't have a lot of vision on this, but they haven't gone for their own either. They're waiting for level 10 abilities, which they now have. But this could end up with a double boss play from the red team. So already, job well done. Thrall is maybe now gonna start a double check. Muradin is moving in too. Chen is saying hello. Muradin is going in, and he's going in a bit too late. So they are unlucky. Boss comes through. Oh, and kills Junkrat. And then Muradin dies. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. I know that it shows that it was killed by Junkrat, but let's be honest here for just a second. Sorry, by Sylvanas, but Junkrat was killed by the boss. Look at that slam. Bam! Straight to the face. Nobody can tell me that was actually Sylvanas. So, they're going for Thrall, and Thrall goes down. You know what would have helped here? Ancestral Wrath. So, 2 more heroes down, 9 kills, 2-4. Topside fort about to be destroyed. And with that, we have the next attack towards the boss at the bottom. So they're going for the double boss play, but basically most of the forts are already gone. Sylvanas can also take the tribute topside, so it's a lot of momentum that is building up here for Attack on Titan. They're really starting to snowball this hard. They came into this series as the clear favorite, and they're showcasing that now against Team Aging Curve. 21,000 damage from Genji. That boss is going to be picked up. The fort in the middle is going to be lost, and to make matters worse, there's also a talent advantage in the hands of the red team that they can now leverage in the next few fights. So, boss gets taken. The attacks are coming, and now it's just a question of how much can they actually do. I mean, right here, yeah, Sylvanas gets killed. Goes down in the middle, so that's actually a nice start for defense. But counter kill against Thrall. They're trying. Genji's moving in. They really want him, but the heals are strong. The Riptire is coming out too. The team is losing ground at the bottom of the map though, and the curse is going to last for another 20 seconds, so still plenty of time to also pressure the keeps. And especially the one at the bot lane is going to be in real trouble here. So unless they're bringing a few more heroes in, there's a chance this keep is going to get destroyed. And the red team is now building up more pressure at the top and the mid lane too. Dehaka, for example, is pressuring top side. This is nearly gone, and again, with the curse still strong for now. They're not defending fast enough. Yeah, this is looking rough. Maybe they can hold the keep for a bit longer, but it will be super low. The attack at the top costs Genji his life. The keep has taken some damage. Tigers is defending the middle. And Thrall has actually done it. A joke of a hit point bar is what we're seeing here. The problem is that we have a catapult moving in, so Thrall should probably take that catapult out. Team. Thrall. Okay, they're getting lucky with that minion spawn. There's no way that was calculated. Imagine for a second that that minion wave would not have moved in immediately. That keep would have fallen. It's going to be taken out by either Dehaka or Genji anyways. But this is just the blue team being pinned down in their own base massively. So, the attacks are coming. We now have half a level until level 16. And that gives another big lead over to the red team, of course. This is actually triggering my OCD that I don't have. So somebody needs to take that out. Somebody needs to finish this one off. It's unacceptable that we have something in here that is like this low in HP. But the attack in the middle, the Haka has now moved down to the bottom of the map, as already predicted. Wants to get also the experience for the team to grab the level 16 talent, of course. So that's another reason why we're currently seeing that here. And now the next attack towards the bottom for a keep, which Genji has now taken out, as already predicted. And the push towards the middle. So more and more aggression is going to happen here, as they're starting to make a play for it. With Sylvanas, of course, they have all the tools that they need for a situation like this. So let's see if they can take it out. With the Haka moving back towards the top after initially pushing the bot lane. So they're still trying to just tee all of these lanes up properly to take more of the keeps out. This is essentially the idea here. Looking at the damage numbers, we have 28,000 for Genji. They're going for Murden up the top, force Brightwing to assist. Thrall has 17,000. Not quite half of what Genji has, but roughly. Yep. And the blue team has to get level 16 talents, and then they need to see if they have a chance to maybe turn the game around. I mean, at this point, they need a big team fight victory. Another tribute is going to be taken by the red team, so this is essentially just denying a curse opportunity for the blue team, and therefore their potential ticket back into the game. But they have to make moves once they have level 16 talents. Once they're on even talents, you gotta make a play. And this is essentially what they're trying to do here. They're immediately moving out, as you can see. Murden is jumping forward, trying to hit the Stormbolt. They're trying to force the fight here, because this is now the moment where they have a window where they can start and attack them. So, with that, we'll see what exactly is going on here. Yeah, careful. Hikaru's jumping back out. Genji's getting attacked, and here comes the Wailing Arrow. Nice attack from Sylvanas. She comes in from the side, and there's the blade. Genji slice and dice and wants the kill. Barely gets it. Junkrat is gone. Thrall falls second. We have Brightwing falling too. That's 3 down. They're going for 4. They're going for 5. It's a 5-man team wipe. And that is a game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't even know where they're going through that. Okay, they're just walking through. Yeah, they're not attacking the keep. It was for a moment a little bit confused and thought they would actually try to go for the structures here, but that's obviously not needed anymore. There's a clear winner here. We have Attack on Titan with a 1-0 lead. And that's game. That's game, ladies and gentlemen. 14 to 6 kills. The lead in the best of 5 goes to Attack on Titan after victory in Cursed Hollow. And we are moving on to game number 2 of this series. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Map number 2, Garden of Terror. Attack on Titan has taken the lead with very aggressive gameplay on map 1. Now we're heading into the second map of the series. Aging Curve against Attack on Titan. As the blue team can try to claw their way back a little bit. Interestingly enough, the blue team has actually decided that they want to play the map, so they came in and just said, okay, you know what, boys, we're going to want to play on a big map. We want to get some garden terrors in the house, and yeah, we want to ban Bala. Why that Bala hate? It's highly disturbing. We need more Vala in this tournament, 100%. Or they could unleash Murky or something like that. Or Cho could finally pick Cho'Gath. One of those things. A little bit more here. The Haka gets actually banned. By the way, Chen main tank again won the game, right? So yeah, they really love to play that. Capybara, the one to initially start it up. And I'm very happy that we have a bit of a different meta when we're looking at the Korean scene here. So Genji gets banned after the last map, and what Dami did to them, I don't really blame them. I can absolutely understand what's going on here. But what are we getting as our first pick for Garden of Terror? Hogger is up. Hogger would actually be a hero that you would probably see insta-picked on Garden of Terror when he's open. And if not on the first pick, then for sure with the next rotation. So, yep, Diablo gets locked in first. And now, do we get Hogger by them? Or do they just disagree with what kind of priority he should get on a map like Garden of Terror? They're definitely quite hesitant with their picks. With them picking the map, I expected them to actually step things up very quickly here. Sylvanas and Leoric. Okay, I didn't really expect Leo to be taken with such a high priority. First of all, I expected, as I said, Hogger to be picked up. But if you don't pick Hogger, maybe Blaze. But we've talked a little bit about how specifically the Korean teams really like to play Leo. And now we have him in game number 2, taken by Aging Curve. As the red team responds with Brightwing and Greymane. Greymane also quite nice. Again, you want to have Mercenary Camp control as much as you can. So Greymane is really good in that particular role. You also, I suppose, take him away from the opponent. Greymane is a bit more popular in the Korean scene than he is in Europe, even though he gets play in the Western matches. But he's nice against Diablo when you can just throw the bullet out time and time again. So that helps Diablo, helps them for the map, helps them for the mercenary camps. So, yeah. And we could see that swap over to Dami. He could play Greymane too. We'll see. Maiev gets banned again. Yeah. Definitely some bad memories over here. And now that we're deep in the tournament, of course, a lot of the teams have done their research and have looked at the matches that were played previously by an opponent and started banning some of the heroes out. It's one of the reasons why we've seen Stitches banned against Team Easy Girl so much, because, yeah, they just did a number with the Stitches play. Abathur banned. The only team so far that played Abathur, to my knowledge, in this tournament was Aging Curve. They played him, I believe, twice. So, in this case, Abathur is getting the axe. No slug in this one. Okay. What are they going to walk away with now? What's the choice for specifically the main tank? Jojo. Fair enough. Jojo, Leoric, and we get Rhaegar, so you got a lightning shield on top of everything else as well. You can play around the lightning shield here to try and clear those camps a little bit faster. You have Sylvanas to push more. And then over on the right side for Attack on Titan with the final 2 picks. We have Greymane in. They still need a side laner. You have Blaze up. Hogger is still not taken, by the way. Neither banned nor taken. Might not even make it into the draft. Again, European meta, Hogger would be a very early pick. Or ban, even. And here we get instead Blaze. Still strong, but not catering to the map as much as Hogger. And we get Lunara. Actually taken by Dami now. I still kind of expect that we're going to get a swap and that Dami is going to play Greymane. I think that fits his style way more than Lunara. But hey, maybe I'm wrong and he's actually going to play Bambi. So over on the left side now for the blue team, their final pick as we're heading into game number 2. Attack on Titan still the favorite for the series. But yeah, we get Tychus once again. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, 1-0 lead for Attack on Titan. Garden of Terror is our second map. Let's go. Garden of Terror, Aging Curve on the left, playing it out with Sylvanas and Tychus for damage. We got Johanna and Leoric plus Rhaegar to round out the draft for them. Leo going into Austin's Renewal. And then over on the right side, we have Attack on Titan with Blaze and Diablo. Bambi, played by Dami, not swapping over to Greymane. So we get Lunara and Greymane for damage, Brightwing for them heals, and now the big question, of course, which team is gonna lock in a W over here? And for me personally, I think if Aging Curve doesn't step it up a bit, then I'm very worried for them. Because generally, it just seemed on the first map that their opponent is so much more powerful here. It was a very nice game played by the red team. And if they are now, in this case, just, you know, coming out swinging and absolutely murdering the blue team again, and I think it's going to be a very rough series for Aging Curve. But we've seen quite a few tournament matches now, where game 1 was, so to say, the wake-up game, where a team was not quite present yet, at least not mentally. Maybe they needed a coffee or an energy drink, I have no idea. But then started to step it up, and this is something that the blue team now has to showcase, because if they don't, then it's going to be tough. Level 1, we also get the Adrenaline Stim Pack, which we get quite a lot here as well. We have already slow rotations being made, and now that the camps are coming up in just a moment, Sylvanas is in position and is starting to grab the Siege Giants. But at the top, Greymane is starting to murder the first set of structures. So, easily coming in. Down at the bottom of the map. We still got Dami jumping around. So weird to me to see him on Lunara when Greymane is in the game, you know? So yeah, very, very strange. But either way, with that we now have camp after camp taken. Both teams with the same thought process here. Greymane obviously rushing around and trying to make that happen. And off we go. Down at the bottom of the map. Hello. Yeah, there's Cho. Cho without Gal. I don't know. It's disappointing, to say the least. But it is what it is. So just gotta deal with it. They have Sylvanas, so they can actually very heavily push with Sylvanas. And Diablo apparently has a bit of a death wish, and that wish just got granted, so he's gone. Diablo is down, and the push is still happening with the gate destroyed, the tower gone. Damn, they're gonna lose a lot here. They are gonna lose way too much. They might lose the fort if this continues. Bambi is trying to fight back as much as she can. It's still a 4 versus 3, so now they're trying to force the fight here. A kill against Rhaegar, but I was for a moment thinking they could get a counter kill on Blaze, but obviously with the fountain cooldown still being ready for him, that didn't happen. And now the second kill against the blue team comes through as they lose Johanna. Bambi just hopping around over here. They try for Sylvanas, just barely not able to lock her down as well. Bit unfortunate. Anyways, with that, the seed is about to be gathered, but got interrupted. And that was a bit of a moment where it seemed like maybe they could make a move for it. Could make a play. Oh, hello? No way Dami survived. That's insane. Dami survives and is still alive and kicking. I did not see that coming, gonna be honest. Now in the middle, the attack also continues. The seed is still being fought over, but the fight continues in the mid lane. And now we have Tychus jumping in as well. They're trying to get the numeric advantage. Another slow from Leoric, and they still get out. The seed was also picked up by the blue team, so that's essentially a big win for them. They are able to take quite a few things. And now towards the top, we're having, Leori still sitting tight here. Level 7 is about to kick in on the red team side. So Attack on Titan, working on the camps, picking up the level 7 talents. I'm going to have an eye on Lunara. I suppose we're going to get the... Oh, actually, we're getting Splintered Spear. Okay. Splintered Spear. We talked a little bit about the talent choices here and how normally we don't see Splintered Spear anymore, but we had it once picked in the tournament. And now, again, the AoE variation for the talent, so neat. I like it. Splintered Spear on the side of Dami, and with that, we'll see what else they can actually do. Now, 2 kills to 1. I just want to see it in the fights and see how much of an impact it's going to have here, but this is definitely going to be a bit interesting as they're playing through it. So, Lunara, bit of a different approach, still busy at the bottom of the map. The second seed is being fought over up at the top. Diablo becomes the target quickly, but Joho is also in trouble and gets out. I was waiting for that jet propulsion already earlier, so he gets it through at some point, but damn, I think they could have picked John out here. Instead, they're focusing on Tychus, and they can't kill him either. What? Both of them so low, but they all get away. Another jet propulsion connects heavily. Greymane wants Sylvanas, doesn't get her. How is this fight so close and nobody dies? Brightwing with another heal after picking up the seed, but this was all over the place. It's unbelievable to me that nobody died in that encounter. Sylvanas going into the overwhelming affliction, mercenary queen and festering wounds, whereas we're getting subdue and sins exposed for Johanna. Bambi all alone down at the bottom of the map and is getting a big bad value right there. So trying to go for the fort again in an attempt to take this one out. If nobody stops by, then she's gonna get close. I don't think she can take the entire thing down, but damn, this has taken tons of damage. And in the middle of the map, the push continues with level 10 abilities now kicking in, so that's quite neat for the red team. Now with level 10, they can definitely start to push this a bit. Go for the throat. Bambi going into the leaping strike. That's something where Sylvanas also has to be careful, of course, now. She's taking the 1v1 at the bottom of the map, and they are half a level away from level 10 abilities. Now the attack continues. Leo's alone at the top, getting experience for the team. Obviously hoping to give them level 10 as quickly as he can. And the red team hasn't really done all that much with their heroics. So we didn't see them collapse, let's say, onto the bottom fort in an attempt to take it out. They did a bit of damage in the middle. They're trying to get the seed now. It's going to be the second one to their name. But I think they could have done a little bit more here. Still trying to force a fight, I suppose. And Johanna is again mega low. Seen this a few times already. She's really eaten damage at the front. Yeah, there comes the barbecue from Diablo. And that's the end of Leoki. Leo is gone. He's destroyed. Now they're making a move for the next kill, but the Ancestral keeps Johanna in play. They still want the camp, and they're gonna get it. But it comes at a price. Blaze goes down, obliterated by Sylvanas, but they've at least taken it. Lunara also gone. Oh dear. So Bambi is dead as his mom. And oh, that's a nice one. Brightwing gets killed as Leo drops a murder into him. Greyman is able to escape at least, uses his mobility, but that shut down Brightwing very, very quickly. Didn't have any of the cooldowns ready any longer and couldn't escape, so that's 4 kills to 3 now in favor of the blue team. Now Jojo still gets attacked. That is totally fine here, at least for now. Johanna has died only once. We have over on the red team side only a single hero that hasn't died yet, and that's Greymane. With that little neat escape that we just saw, just jumping over the entomb walls. Lunara with 18,000 damage. Greymane is a bit ahead. He's currently looking at 21,000, so yeah, good for him. Really rocking the numbers on this, as both teams are getting closer and closer to level 13 talents. But we have only seen a single fort destroyed thus far, so only the one at the bottom of the map on the blue team has been taken out. Now with the top side push, Greymane tries to take the siege giants out as quickly as he can and works on those. Rotation is obviously also coming in now. There's a level 13 talent, and the blue team is about to pick it up as well. But they might be too late to save that fort. So once again, another attack coming in from Attack on Titan, and the chance to take another fort apart, and they're looking good on this. So yeah, fort is low, hasn't been destroyed yet. Those are always the moments when as Lunara you were hoping for Thornwood Vines and you're realizing that you don't have that available to you, or you could just simply poke it out from a distance, which in this case is not available to them, but they are still pushing for it and they're able to grab it. Each team has now 2 tributes, 2 seeds, and that means that we're going to get 1 team with Garden Terrors now. So the fight in the middle. Oh, and the blue team is taking way too much damage here. Oh, the jet propulsion from the side. Lunara with lots of damage. The blue team suffering. The barbecue. Johanna nearly dead. Makes it out of the fight. Odin has been used too, but they're eating tons and tons of damage. Have to tap the fountain wherever possible. The fight definitely not over yet, but they've been losing a lot here. A lot of cooldowns being used too. So can they get interrupted here? Blue team has still not given up on this and is starting to make a play. Yeah, Rhaegar, they need the meals. The bunker is out. Yeah, and it seems like Blaze is actually going to fall. Are they really fighting this? Aging Curve, damn. They might win this one. Problem is that Rhaegar is now in trouble, and with trouble I mean he is dead. So is Johanna. Leo, it's a bloodbath, and they're going for the 5-man team wipe. Everybody's dead. Everybody is gone. Glorious victory in this battle after all. And now we get the Garden Terrors right there. Not too bad. Pretty amazing. So with that, we're now having 16 talents nearly on the board. Everybody got wiped. Only Blaze fell on the red team side. And the push through the middle as they're starting to go for the final 4 that is still available. And of course also going to attempt to take the rest out. We have at the bottom of the map already some damage done to the keep itself, which is just fantastic for them. And they're going to continue the same pattern in the middle. Top lane gets pushed to level 16 talent advantage, and a 2-level lead is making this push even more dangerous than it already is. But yeah, mad value for them. And Blaze is of course now back with the team. So it's also another huge win for them that they can leverage his bunker if they need to. I mean, they want to keep. I'm not sure if they can get it. It's gonna be close. Depends a bit on the defense. But this is still highly advantageous for them. They opened all of the walls up. They did damage to the keep at the bottom, to the one in the middle. All of them are already at 50%. So this is looking better and better by the minute for Attack on Titan. The red team is in the lead in this best of 5 series already. And now they're just continuing to increase that advantage. The keep has indeed been destroyed, and now they can just start taking the mercenary camps on the left side of the map, steal them away from their opponents. And Aging Curve is having a tough time here. They're really having a tough time. They were already struggling in game number 1, obviously, but now matters are being made worse. After all the fighting that we've seen previously, we now have Bambi with 38,000 damage in the driver's seat on the hero damage numbers. Splintered Spear helping a lot also in those big team fights to just spread it even further. But they're absolutely crushing it on this. So now the push for the bot lane, and they have the camp. They have the camp, they have the catapults. Sylvanas is trying her best to shut that push down, but it's tricky even for her. So massive amount of damage already done, and I don't think that this keep is going to stand a chance. We would remove the second one. Barbecue is out after the Entomb gets dropped. Bye-bye keep. Maybe Leoric also going to fall here. Yep, Leorki is gone. What about Jojo? The Ancestral and the save. Barely surviving, but she did. They're pushing for a moment for core. Oh boy, and now we have the double kill. Now they got the double kill, and this seems like it could be the end of the game. Perfect play here from Attack on Titan. The favorite for the series is going for the 2-0 lead in the best of 5. As they're destroying the shield. Blaze is about to fall, so is Diablo, but the core is down to 34%. Catapults are wailing away. And I'm a little bit lost as to why they're not just going for the mad right click right here now. But with Sylvanas and Rhaegar now also gone, that leaves only Leoric as a defender, and that's obviously all she wrote. 2-0 lead for Attack on Titan against Aging Curve. GG. Game number 3, Sky Temple is the map, and it is match point number 1. Aging Curve is struggling against Attack on Titan. First match point now in the best of 5 series, so this is the 5th place decider, as I already said. So we'll see who's going to be able to pull that off, and yeah, if they're able to. But right now the big question, of course, is can the blue team fight back? Are we going to get some action from Attack on Titan to close this out with a 3-0, and then will they take 5th place? As I explained previously, they have roughly $3,000 in prize money, so this is all broken down to the 6th place, so a little bit more pizza money if you're able to win this one. Genji and Sylvanas, Vala are immediately banned out. Genji obviously because Dami performed like a mad god in game number 1, so they decided that they don't want to go up against that again. Blaze also gets eliminated here. And Sonya gets banned again. So as we're heading into Sky Temple, and obviously play around a couple of the globals here too. I personally think no matter what you do in the draft, you should always ensure that when it comes to team fighting, you have something that helps you on the boss as well. Because a lot of the fights come down to boss battles. We get the Haka as our first pick, so the global now on the side of Team Aging Curve, as they are making that move. And then over on the right side, how's the red team starting this up? We get Lucio, alright, quick rotations. Are we gonna get Sylvanas from? Now they pick Hogger. They completely deny him on Garden of Terror, but then we're heading into Sky Temple and they're like, Hogger would be good here. Diablo as a quick pick, and Sylvanas on the side of the team in blue. So, Sylph is in the house. Yeah. And then, when it comes to the bans here, could still pan out some of the supports. Side laner, obviously in play for both teams already, but main tank could be banned out by the blue team if they want to deny something. But I suppose they're going to be looking to ban Maiev again. They've already banned her twice on the 3rd position. So unless Attack on Titan is really able to pick or willing to pick Maiev up earlier, they are likely going to have to play without her. I assume that the ban pattern that we're seeing from Aging Curve is going to be relied upon again, and there it is. Maiev gets banned, so she's out. Didn't really seem so far that Attack on Titan really wanted to force her, but I suppose leaving her open would give them also a few too many options, so Maiev gets banned again. But main tank is going to determine quite a bit here. So what exactly is the red team now going to take? And what are we getting for potential fights also on the... Oh, hello? Double support again. Karazim and Suljin. Are we going to get Garrosh with this? Are they going to try with the Garrosh isolation for Karazim? Or what's going to happen here? But double support with Suljin. So instead of playing the double support Vala, we're getting Suljin now. This has actually already happened once before. But that was in the, I believe it was the winner bracket final, where we've seen some absolutely insane combos from Team Beast Titan. Tannis main tank and whatnot. If you haven't watched it yet, you definitely should. Here comes Hanzo and we get Rhaegar for the support. But yep, now the final pick. Are we gonna get Garrosh or what are they playing with? Usually when you go for Karazim and you want to go 7-sided strike, then Garrosh is a nice combo. You just isolate the target and you try and unleash the 7-sided properly. So we've seen that once or twice already in the course of this particular tournament of the Korea Cup. But they go Uther! Triple heal! Triple heal! We've had it once, now we're getting it again. Triple healer for Attack on Titan. Uther doubling as a main tank. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. They want Axe and they're gonna get Axe. Triple healer for Attack on Titan. They're going full in on Suljin with his axes. On the left side, though, Aging Curve in blue. They need to win 3 in a row if they want to secure 5th place in the tournament. We have Diablo and the Hark at the front, Sylvanas and Hanzo for damage, and Rhaegar for all the healing. And then Attack on Titan. They came in with an Uther main tank. We have Karazim plus Lucio for additional healing. And then Suljin, played by Dami with Recklessness as his level 1 talent, the main damage dealer. I don't want to say the only damage dealer. I still assume that we're going to get quite a bit from Hogger and probably also from a 7-sided strike Karazim. But obviously, Suljin is going to be the main one for all the damage in this one. And it's going to be rough. I mean, we had a triple healer composition already. I honestly forgot which team played it, but it wasn't Battlefield of Eternity. It might have been Attack on Titan. But they are going in right away with aggression against Diablo, hoping, of course, to stack up Suljin as much as they can. So, what are we getting? How much damage can they do with this? Are they going to be able to keep Suljin alive? And is Suljin going to end up in that late game? It's a little bit surprising to me because when you're thinking about Sky Temple isn't really a map where a game goes into, you know, like a super long drawn out game, just because of the nature of the objective. So we have some maps that last really long. Even Tomb of the Spider Queen is a decent example of that, even though it's a smaller map, but specifically some of the bigger maps, Alderac Pass 2 is where you're going to see a lot of that. Could make an argument that there's going to be a lot of team fights over the objective here on Sky Temple, where it's easier for him to make the plays, but yeah, time will tell. So yeah, let's see. Also, by the way, scoreboard, obviously it's a 2-0, so yeah, the initial start into the game is a bit wrong, but all the way up at the top right now, they're pushing the lanes out still. They're having on this potential final map, depending on what Attack on Titan can do now, Karazim still punching it out in the middle. As usual, going obviously into, again, Iron Fist. This, by the way, is a talent that gets even taken when he is the solo support. There's apparently still a couple of people that are not aware of that and are always surprised when Karazim gets played as a solo support and goes into Iron Fist. There's essentially no other talent that makes sense when you're playing in a tournament. But nice damage up at the top, and a few stacks are coming together for Suljin. Nothing crazy yet, though. So he's still sitting at only 3 stacks on the baseline. Is trying to build that up, but taking an entire wall down the way they just did, it's actually a pretty big deal on Sky Temple. So yeah, that's pretty decent. Technically, the tower didn't fall, but yeah, okay, that was still pretty solid. So, how much can they do here? How much can Suljin stack? How much damage are we going to get from him in the big team fights? Is he going to be able to especially put pressure onto Diablo as all of this continues? Or will they be shut down by an opponent that is going to play around some CC with Yahaka, with Diablo, Hanzo even with an arrow that we still assume he's going to pick up on level 10. Sylvanas could of course make a few moves here. And she's also starting to push these lanes out in an attempt to get some structural damage. On Sky Temple that is super important. You always want to make sure that you're taking as many of these towers and gates and forts out without even using the objective. That's going to give you the upper hand then later on. Everything else. Diablo again attacked. Suljin is here too. Lucio can speed him up a little bit. More hits fired. And the more auto attacks you're going to get here, the better. It's kind of funny how everybody on the blue team is trying to do some damage, but if you have 3 healers around, then you know that it's going to be really tough to take anybody down. So, yeah. As it stands right now, we haven't seen a single kill yet, but we're seeing these fights. Karazim is sitting up at the top and is getting the temple there. Everybody else is sitting in the middle, so the red team is already getting a lot of shots fired. The top side fort, for example, has fallen, and now they're destroying the one in the middle. This is a bit of a disaster already for Team Aging Curve. They're trying to push into the objective, and they just can't. So this thing is going to take out a second fort. So as the game starts up after the first objective, we don't have a single kill, but we do have 2 forts that got eliminated on the blue team side. So now the passive experience gains that we're getting for Attack on Titan is significantly increased. Level 7 gives us Ferocity, so no Arcanite access, no stacking there, but still more auto attacking. And I am already a bit worried for the blue team because, again, they didn't get anything essentially out of that first objective. So not good news here. Hanzo with Redemption into ignore all distractions and the sharpened arrowheads. Yeah. Sylvana's down, and that's the first kill. By the way, what is that talent name? Sharpened arrowheads. What does that mean? That the normal arrows that he shoots out are not sharpened? Like, the hell is this? Like, seriously. What is that pleb shooting? Like, I don't even know. But he gets punished for that because that is such a silly thing that they immediately took him out. Karazim with a double kill, and this is such bad news. This is really bad news right now for Aging Curve. They have some serious problems already. It's a 1 level advantage. Level 10 is going to kick in so soon for them. Now they're going for the final... I mean, it's the final fort at the bottom of the map. We are 5 minutes in! Guys, we're 5 minutes into this game, and they're about to lose the final fort. The Haka's coming in, Hogga's still at the top, so they're trying to run the numbers advantage. Uther is going full Juke City on them and jukes them out and runs away, doesn't even get killed. Hanzo was getting close for a moment, but can't even manage to do that. And this is just nasty. They're not dying, that's the first thing. They have all the sustain in the world, so they're just not going down. And yeah, here's level 10. Is Suljin still going in? Oh, first of all, we got a Divine Storm here. So we get extra stuns. 7-sided strike as expected. And with Suljin, I mean, I'm just really waiting to see what he does. Because you could make an argument that he could go Guillotine. There's no Divine Shield here, so maybe not. But with 3 healers, you could go Guillotine, and he goes Guillotine. Guillotine is in. The shots are fired. The fort is destroyed. Level 10 obviously really helping them here as the blue team is still about to pick it up. But yeah, it's kind of banana. 7-sided strike. There's the stun, and goodbye. Guillotine not even needed. He was already dead. And now they're going for Hanzo, and they take him out too. 4 kills to 0. Blue team still doesn't have level 10 abilities. They are just getting bullied. They're getting bullied so hard here. It is crazy. Bullying is over 9,000 right now. And that is a boss that they can easily claim. And more shots are being fired from Lucio down at the bottom of the map. So Aging Curve is just getting absolutely demolished in this game. Attack on Titan is going through them like hot butter through cheese. The blue team is not having any chance whatsoever, at least not thus far. Now with level 10 abilities, maybe in a big team fight, if they unleash their combos, they can turn the tide of the battle, but they're already far, far behind, and they have to really step it up if they want to have a chance here. I mean, Attack on Titan was always the favorite heading into this series. We talked about this right from the beginning. So they just showcase exactly that. A lot of people at the beginning of the tournament would have probably said that they expect Attack on Titan to at least make it into the top 4, myself included. They got shut down in the losers bracket early, so that was quite a bit of an upset. But now they're at least running the gauntlet here. Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas, but the keep is gone. 8 minutes in, and the first keep goes down, and they're pushing for kills. They want more. Divine Storm, Sylvanas is gone, the Haka is gone. They're trying to go for game here. 13, 14 stacks for Suljin. Finally gets his first quest reward, but this is absolutely insane. They're diving on Dibbles, and he gets murdered as well. The shield on the core is nearly down, and it looks like a quickie for Attack on Titan. They're trying to go for the quick 3-0 victory. The triple support is absolutely working for them. And Suljin's just firing away. Core is down to 56%, but the death timers are so low that the blue team is now coming back, so the red team is attempting to retreat, at least outside of core range for now, to force another fight. They might be able to get another kill or two here. They can't quite take the game, but damn. 8 minutes in, 53% of the core. That's what we're getting here. Nasty. And 27,000 damage from Suljin. Dehaka with a big lick. And the arrow connects heavily. Maybe now the chance. They go for Suljin. The heals are absolutely unreal. It looked like one of them, maybe all 3 or 4 could fall, but too much healing, too much sustain. And now they're turning the fight again. Hogger is saying hello as well. Comes in with a Horder pull. Here comes the Divine Storm. And Suljin is having a great day. Goes for the auto attack damage. Completes his quest before the 10-minute mark. They're killing Diablo. They're killing Dehaka. It's a full 5-man team wipe as they just murder everyone and start to make their way back towards the core. Huge teamfight victory once again. 12 kills. Now with Diablo going down a second time. 13 against 1. And that is game. 10-minute mark barely reached. And they are locking in the victory. It's a 3-0 win as Attack on Titan takes down Aging Curve and takes therefore 5th place in the tournament here at the Korea Cup. Nicely done. GG and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description and check that out. Thanks in advance and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.